Hi everybody, Emily here for Bramble Fox. I'm here today to share with you a layout I created using the brand new gorgeous July Fox box. I started with a mixed media background that I had already created ages ago when I was playing around, and I thought that was the perfect opportunity to use it. All that is present on it is white gesso that's been rubbed on a background, and then some modelling paste that was put through a stencil. I've added here some clear gesso so that I could do some more mixed media on top of it. I use these flower sheets as one of my background, and at this point I'm looking at what I want to use and how I want to layer it on my page and what kind of pattern paper I want to have on my layout. I am now adding some colours by using some water-based ink pads. I'm rubbing the ink pad directly onto a bit of plastic packaging and adding water to it, and that's kind of create a watercolour. And I'm doing this with two different type of teal, greenish blue to try and get the correct shade. I'm adding some water as well as I go around, just to make sure that it blends in properly with my background. In order to create more interest to my mixed media background, I'm adding a few sprays of yellow mist and a few splatters of pink mist. At this stage, I'm not too sure what I'm going to use and where, so I'm preparing some stickers I'm placing onto white cardstock to turn them into ephemeras, just in order to have some option to play with later on. This also allows my background to dry, and it gives me a little bit of time and a little bit of further play around. I decided to trim off some of the edges of my mixed media effect cardstock, just so that it can fit better and give me a better result regarding what I was looking for at the end. I am now creating my layering of papers and patterns, and I'm sticking my mixed media background onto my pattern paper with double-sided sticky tape. I'm deciding not to stick the whole background because I want to save some of that pattern paper, because I really love those flowers and I really love how easy they are to fussy cut to create embellishments later on. I'm also looking at what I'm going to layer all of that onto later on, and I'm looking at that stripy paper, but it's not really the effect I want. So I'm going through other papers and other cardstock, and I'm settling onto a pale pink cardstock in the end, as I think it works best with the flowers and also with my photographs and the mixed media background. I am sticking my layering onto my chosen cardstock, and here I am trimming the edges so that I'm back to a 12 by 12 shape layout. I decided to mat my photograph onto a deeper pink cardstock, just to bring back some of the colours that are in the pattern paper as well as into my mixed media. And also I love that Leo Pink, and it's a color combination that I'm really enjoying at the moment. I wasn't fully happy with my mixed media background, so I decided to bring in a little bit of the pink that's present in other places of my layout by putting through some Nouveau embellishment mousse in pink through one of the Vicky Boutin stencil. I noticed afterwards that it was sticking out a bit too much, so what I did is I simply sprayed it again with water, which allowed the bluish background to melt into and mix a bit better with my Nouveau mousse, and that really helped to bring it all back together and blend in together. This is one of the points where possibly I should have stopped, but I carried on with some of the mixed media and added a few white paint splatters around my background as well as some golden one. To be honest with you, at this moment I regret a bit doing that, but I had to just roll with it and carry on. So I dried it off and then I continued. So now is the part where I find the layouts come together, and this is where we add the embellishments. I wanted to try and use those very large Vicky Boutin's embellishments ephemeras, and I decided to go with all the leaves and flowers, simply because my photograph is mostly about nature and being able to go out to the park. And yeah, just trying to bring back the greens from the photos onto my layout. I am now sticking my photo onto my layout and adding even more ephemeras, even more leaves and flowers. I'm mounting the flowers onto this double-sided sticky foam pad just to add a little bit of dimension, and yeah, it's just helped to bring a bit, raise it up a little bit and bring a bit of life onto the layout. I decided to mount the Perspective Let's Go onto some pink cardstock, simply to help it stand out onto my background because of the colours, and I'm really happy I did, because it really helped it pop out and it looks really nice. I'm really liking the effect of it. At this stage, I'm trying to find out how I'm going to spell the word out, because it's about let's go out, and I am playing around with different figures and different letters and alphas, and in the end I'm going to go with some very small one, pink paisley one. The word's already written, but I'm just picking the letters that I want to use. I'm also trying to add a few more details, a few more ephemeras, a few more embellishments, and I'm deciding on a few stamps and a few flowers that I'm placing around, as well as some of the butterflies. I'm adding a few butterfly around my page. The rules are free. I always use the triangles, visual triangles. So I have 3 butterflies around the layout just to bring the attention back to the photograph. I'm cutting pink strips out of the pink cardstock that I've used before to map my photograph to stamp my journaling. I'm obviously talking about going out again, and I think it ties up with the photograph as well as my perspective title. I've then chopped my journaling to size, and I am now gluing it to my layout with some double-sided sticky tape. It gives it a bit of adherence to my background. I have a couple of stains that were created on the left hand side of my layout, and I decided to hide them with a little bit more of the pink cardstock, and in order to balance it, I'm using another bit of pink cardstock at the top right of my layout. And this is it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a comment if you have any questions, and I'll be happy to answer. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.